right, so we kind of got to start over.
We're starting over. It's starting over.
Oh, we're starting over right now.
It's starting over.
Gosh. Yay.
I don't know where it went.
It was operator error.
Clearly, probably.
Or it was the military.
Yeah.
It's a problem.
It is a problem.
Because we're talking about the military.
We're talking about buttholes is what we're talking about.
Well, I mean, that's where we ended up. I think.
Why do we got to talk about that? Because it's always mine. Mine's the focus.
The last thing I think
Jeff's
somebody
butthole.
said was you always need to look at what you're eating. I forget who said that, but that is what I heard when everything went down, so to speak.
Well, she should have looked when she was tossing a salad, and then we're kicking it off strong.
Oh, wow. So,
Welcome to the podcast tonight.
yes.
Welcome in the closet.
Who knows where this is going to go?
Well, now
With
we're
Jeff and Jeff.
Jeff and Jeff, the Jeffs.
The Jeffs. Jeff squared.
Jeff squared. We said that earlier.
Did
Oh
you?
my gosh.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
did.
There
In
you
the
go.
gas station.
That's
I couldn't believe he got my car. I said, they don't know how much trouble we can get in.
I said, hurry and jump out. And I did the funniest thing. So Jeff said, flash your hot beams, and it's a new car, and I don't know how to.
So she pulled up her book shirt.
Oh my God.
That's not what happened. I hit the windshield washer fluid and
Oh, she
sprayed.
did.
She's great.
I sprayed Jim. I went, oh, oops. Sorry, that's not the high beams.
No, I was in front of the car. You didn't get me.
Okay, good. I
But
thought I
did
got
see
you.
going.
That's too funny.
I totally thought. Well, it's automatic now, so like I don't have to do anything. Like I'll be driving and there's no cars, and my high beams come on, and then a car comes and my high beams go off.
Oh,
It's
how
actually
very nice.
really cool.
Does the windshield wipers come on by themselves?
No, the back one does.
Oh.
See, that's the trick. They're making us think it's cool. They're making us think it's cool by giving us these phones and giving us these cars that we don't do anything. It's a simulation training us to be
Oh my
dumber.
gosh. Jeff
because
thinks we're in a simulation.
we can't freaking remember phone numbers anymore.
Oh,
Our
I
brains
know.
don't work anymore because we don't have to freaking. We can't even
You know
remember
what?
stuff because we have to put it in our phones to remember.
I know, because you know where I'm working at GNC, and I have to be like, do you have a phone number with us? And like this lady said, try this one, and it was her number. And I was like, no. She goes, oh, I'll try my husband's. So I was like, okay, what's that? She goes, oh, that's bad. I don't even know my own husband's phone number. I said, but I don't know my own kid's phone number.
I don't know my kid's
That's
phone
bad.
number.
I
I
don't
just
know.
I just know how to spell the first three
Letters.
of their name, and then it pops
Well,
up.
it's good that you got the first three.
I thought you were going to say I know how to put the numbers into a calculator, and when you turn upside down, it says boobies. I thought that's where you were
That's
going with
awesome. All right, see, when we
Because
start
that-
forgetting that shit, that's when
I don't
life's
remember
going
boobies,
downhill.
but I remember hello.
Yeah.
How do you not
Hell,
remember
I don't remember
boobies?
boobies.
Oh, yeah. It's like 8008.
No,
5.
43770 is hello.
Right. We used to do hell, too, because we thought it was cool to say
We're
hell.
going to
Yeah.
rename this podcast to ADD. I was going down a path. and
Where
now
are you going?
Squirrel.
You had potential for this?
Yeah, where were you?
No. Something
Well, you was going down a path, so apparently you have potential.
No, the path is we're all dummies now, and we don't.
Yeah. But do you remember your very first phone number?
304 342 4490.
I thought you were going to say 8675309.
8675309.
But I remember mine, 304-949-2803.
I remember mine.
Do you
'cause it
remember
was,
yours?
No, because we moved so much.
It was
I remember-
literally my parents' phone number, our phone number since I was born, like since I was a little baby until my parents moved to Atlanta in 2003.
Yeah.
That
I mean,
was
I
their
remember
phone
some of my
number.
friends' phone numbers from when I was little, like right now, and I remembered his from growing up. But I had so many phone numbers. I thought it was cool, though, when we were in high school, I had my own phone line at my house. I had so many people calling me.
Cool.
My mom was like, get her own phone line. I was like, that's right. And that was 7440101, I think.
I remember when call waiting came out. I thought it was cool as
7440101.
fuck.
Are you serious? That's my uncle's office
No, it's 20. I
alternative.
thought yours was 2121. Maybe that's where I got 0101.
No, my uncle. No, it's 744.
I thought it was 21.
It probably was, but I think there's an 0101 too.
Maybe that was my phone number
0182?
you remember.
Maybe.
Yeah, probably.
But no, I had my own phone line. It was so cool. But yeah, call waiting and I got Jeff in trouble on three-way calling in high school.
Yeah, you set me up.
Oh, I
That's
set him
BS right
up.
there. That's
Well,
you can't play games like
I
that.
did. I played you. So I had knee surgery, and so I was laid up. Like I literally couldn't walk. I was in braces for my ankles up to my thighs, straight leg, not the one with mobility, like straight leg, couldn't walk. I was laid up. Jeff was always nice and came to hang out with me. That's how I knew he was the one, because he could have been off doing whatever. Well, anyway, one time he came over, and not that this is a big deal, obviously, but one time I came over and I thought I smelled smoke on him. And I just asked him, I was like, because I didn't know. I mean, we've been together forever. I was like, do you smoke? I mean, I was just wondering. No. I was
And
like,
at the time, I didn't think logically, because if I was thinking like logically, like now I'd have been like, what's this girl gonna do? She got 2 legs that don't work. She ain't gonna leave me because I'm smoking.
But you should know. Why would I even? My dad smoked. Like what? I just was.
I know,
asking
but
the
I
question.
grew up in the Nazarene church where you went to hell if you smoked a ciggy.
True. So he said no. Okay, so I just still suspected it, and I was like, so he went on to work at the Dairy Queen at the mall. If you ever went to the Dairy Queen at the mall back in the 90s, he probably
Man, I
maybe
was
you're
tearing
really
that
sure.
freaking- I was tearing it up, man.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I took home cakes constantly. My dad loved it because if they messed up
Ice cream
even
cakes?
spelling,
Yeah.
like if they messed up, they threw it out.
Oh gosh.
Threw
what
it
a
out.
waste.
Yeah, what a waste.
They're like, we have to. I was like, no, you don't. You put it in the freezer. I'll take it home.
So
Took cakes home every shift.
Speaking of ADD, I was on a story. So I
That's what makes me.
I
move.
said I'm gonna find out, because I know that he'll tell. I know that his friend, what was his name? Hardless would know. And
He had
my
a
friend,
Ford Probe and it was badass. I thought we were the shit.
and my friend Amy, I got her on the phone because Amy and Harless were friends. Like I couldn't just call Harless up and ask him because we weren't really friends like that, and Toby's not gonna tell me I'm his girlfriend. So I got Amy on the phone. I was like, we're gonna 3-way Harless.
In his
Back
dreams.
then it meant something totally different, and see if he'll tell you. And so she's like, all right. So I'm on the phone.
Amy.
I can hear Amy, and Amy, we 3-wayed, and she 3-wayed in Harless, and she was like, hey, we were talking. They were talking. I was just listening. And she was like, I have a question. Does Jeff smoke? And he goes, well, yeah. And I was like, click. Mom, we're going to the mall. And so she was like, what do you mean? I was like, Jeff's lied to me. I don't like people lying to me. I was like, Jeff lied to me. I said, take me to the mall. She took me to Canal City. I was like, this wrong mall. She was like, I know, but you need to calm down. Anyway, long story short, I went in there. I had my crutches.
Coming down the
I
freaking
was like,
wall.
I'm not even lying. I couldn't bend my legs. I had the crutches. And he looks up, he goes like, what the heck are you doing? I was like, take a break. It's like, it's not a break. I said, take a break. And so he came out, and I was like, you lied. He's like, about what? And I was like, you do smoke. And he goes, only every once in a while. I was like, it doesn't even matter about that. I was like, I don't like liars. And then I left. I almost broke up with you over that.
Really?
I was mad that you lied to me.
Man, that would have been bad.
So anyway, my mom was like, it's not a big deal. I'm like, Mom, but he lied. It's not about, I don't care if it's smoking. I don't care if it's, I asked, did you wear red shoes today? And I found out I just don't like liars.
Damn it.
But anyway, so
good to know.
3-way calling almost, yeah. What did you say?
It's good to know.
I don't
Lesson
liars
learned.
I don't either. Just like you said before we turn it on, you don't want, you're the nicest guy ever and you love everybody, but the minute somebody wrongs you,
I asked him.
you oust them.
Fuck them.
There you go. So I just don't like liars.
He says that, but that's not true. That is not true. We literally have a couple of friends, and one in particular that has cussed you up one side down the other, called you all kinds of names, and you are still just as friendly as could be.
Did he apologize?
Well, yeah.
And because he is,
That's because it was your friend.
well, blame it all on Kristen.
There you go for having friends, Chris.
Yeah,
I know.
gosh.
Did he apologize?
She's apologized a few times, yeah.
Okay, well, I mean, that's yeah, I mean.
Well, that's what we were just saying. He was just saying he doesn't forgive people
But
very easily.
she's usually really drunk, and I understand it.
Oh.
And it's her friend.
Okay, well, there's a difference, I think, when you do. I think there's a difference when you do things or say things to people when you've definitely had too many than when you're just like sober. I mean, it doesn't make it right or fun, but I mean,
Right.
if you,
I've had 2 different cousins from each side of the family say they wanted to have sex with her.
oh,
And I just totally wrote them off.
sober, they said that.
No.
No.
Oh, drunk.
Well,
Drunk
one might have
words.
been, the other one was not.
Oh, okay.
Drunk words are true words sometimes.
Sometimes.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm saying sometimes.
Because Jeff will say
Sometimes.
things to me when he's had too much and we were fighting, and I wake up the next day, he's like, I was drinking. I'm so sorry. Okay.
Well, I can't say nothing about
That's
that
true.
because
It's not always like
I'll
she said. Sometimes.
I'll get drunk and she'll tell me things I said, and I'm like, ain't no way I fucking said that.
Yeah.
Same. I've
It's
been
true.
there.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean you
it is
meant it or
true.
thought it.
It is true.
Really.
Yeah.
You get a certain sense of bravery or stupidity.
I think it's
however
that-
you think it,
yeah,
that you
liquid
say
courage.
things. Like, yeah. But sometimes I do think that when you are drunk, your emotions do come out. A little
I think
bit
so.
more.
Yeah, they can.
I feel like, and like you maybe really are speaking your heart sometimes.
I think a lot of times, like in our case in particular, because I mean, I've been 10 foot tall and bulletproof and said things that I didn't mean.
Yeah.
So is he. But I think a lot of that sometimes when you have had that much, consumed that much alcohol to the point where you don't really know what you're doing, that you have that post-traumatic stress of that previous relationship that was just so shitty.
Yeah.
And you kind of talk
you
to them
act
as
out
if they
they're
are the
that
other person.
Oh.
I bet you
Right.
anything that happens.
I never thought about that way.
Because I know that sober Jeff would never talk to me like that.
Oh yeah.
Ever. I mean, he can be cranky.
Not
and he
King
can be-
Hefe,
Right.
Jeffery.
Jeffrey.
I'm the same
Jeffrey.
way though. I'd say that's probably the
But
case.
y'all,
for us.
y'all never had an ex-husband or ex-wife.
But they've had other people that were their first loves.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they've been together too long for that shit
We've
to
been
even
together since we were
count.
15.
But I mean, but maybe that's why I've never thought of it on that way before.
That's a
I
good
bet
point,
That is
yeah.
true.
Because, I mean, a lot of things that he says, I think, oh my God, like, I am so
But she
not-
has called me her ex-husband's name to tell me to come in to eat.
I have not.
Yes, you have.
When?
When I was washing the boat.
Oh, that was such a bad example.
But it is true.
But that was an honest mistake. We were aggravated with him and had talked to him earlier in the evening, and then I told you to come in and eat. And I
No,
called
we
you the
were
wrong
out on
name.
the boat. Come home, I was cleaning the boat up, and you said,
We had a
"Hey,
bad run.
Sean, it's time to come in and eat."
Well, at least I've never called you his name in bed.
Yeah, really. That might be not good.
That's a
Now
good-
let's talk about that for a
that's-
hot
I've never-
second. Oh, yes, you have.
It's getting real.
It's true. Yep, awkward silence. That means it's true.
No,
See?
I'm just debating whether I should say what happened that one time in bed.
I'd be really careful if I were you.
I don't know if I want people to know this
I was gonna
on
say it's a
the
small.
podcast.
It's a
And you
small
know what I'm
town.
talking about.
You have to tell us.
I would err on the side of caution.
Oh my
She's
gosh.
driving. You could end up
I can walk.
in that ditch.
I ran a half
Looking for
marathon.
yourself
That's
out.
about the same distance it is from here to the house. So
Yeah,
I
but
just
you were
recommend-
trained for that, didn't you?
Yeah, drunk.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
right.
That's too funny.
My mom always says, is he still doing that thing where he drinks and runs? It always scares me to death. He's going to fall down and have a major head injury. And I'm always
Hashing.
like,
We hashed.
Was it the where you run a mile and drink a beer and then run? Was it that?
Kinda, yeah. If you remember in the anthrax scare, where,
Gosh, I do remember that.
and then there was this one episode. I don't remember which state, city it was. It was a major city, and they were worried about the powder on the sidewalk.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you didn't have chalk, you used powder to mark the trail, because you got one person takes off running, then you got how many knows. We'd have 6 to 9 people following the hare, so they would mark it with powder, and they was scared through the anthrax thing that it was anthrax on the sidewalk outside of a business, but it was just a hash group.
Isn't that funny? We think back to all these scares that we had. Like, the world's going to end in 2000. Everything's just going to just...
stop. It's going to stop. I
I
remember.
can't wait till everybody goes, "Oh fuck, COVID-19 was just a
Yeah,
joke."
I know. I
Well,
can't wait till
that's
we-
actually one of the Zoom calls today. It was like we had these people talking about. I haven't been on the road since March. That and I have 2 or 3 of these people in here. They're like, it's never going to be the same. I'm like, yes, it
Oh my
is.
gosh.
It's going to be the same. It's going to go back to normal, just like it did in 1919. Eventually, everybody's going to free. It might take 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. But whenever the government lets us be ourselves again, it'll go back to normal.
What did
It's
they
just-
say?
I didn't say anything.
Oh, you didn't say that?
I left my thing on mute and rolled my eyes.
Oh, I thought you said that because I said.
No, I'm saying that's what I was
You said
thinking.
it in your head.
I said it in my head.
You should have said it out loud.
I should have, but I didn't want to prolong the meeting.
Oh.
I had to meet this
yeah.
girl at the gym.
Oh.
And I did not want to prolong the meeting. So...
I don't want to take away from COVID-19. I believe it is a real thing.
Oh, no.
No, it's a real thing. I'm just
It is
saying...
a real
people are
thing.
very,
I'm just
very
say-
sick.
I'm just saying that eventually, I believe we'll go back to our normal lives, and we won't have to wear a mask everywhere we go. I guess I'm an optimist.
And
I
that
don't
goes
think it's
back
gonna
to me
change
telling y'all
things
at the
forever.
restaurant that I've had some really freaky dreams, but to think I was out at a surf party. And then I come in off the beach surfing, and I'm like, I can't go in the bar. I don't have a mask. I was surfing. I mean, why would I have a mask out on the ocean?
If somebody told us a year ago that you would be wearing a mask everywhere you went, it would freak you out a little bit. You'd be like, no, there's no way. That's just weird. There's no way that can happen.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
But
Craziness.
it's crazy.
2020.
Things.
Moment of silence.
I know. Boom.
I'm telling you,
I think
man,
we'll be back to normal eventually. Just don't know when.
It's going to be swine flu. It's going to
I
be
know. Which Maddie had the swine
smallpox.
flu.
It's going to be all the...
That's what I'm saying. It'll be over at some point. But you just don't ever know when.
Yeah. Who knows how long this is going to pan out.
They really it's really, yeah. I think the thing that's made it a lot worse is the day we live in with social media.
Oh,
100%.
100%.
Because it's so polarized.
Yeah.
I mean, they got a freaking death count on. So I heard that today. I don't watch CNN or Fox because to me it's entertainment news. So it's basically
Fake media.
It's not valid.
Rage Against the Machine.
Yeah. Right.
It's not valid. It's not valid. If you're making money off of what it's not valid. That's not. It's fake news. All of it. Fox and CNN, but on CNN they said they have a death count that doesn't leave the screen for COVID. And I'm like, that's freaking ridiculous.
What is the
death
point
count
of
up there
that?
for something else? That's they're saying in San Francisco's. It's 4-to-1 home overdoses to COVID deaths since this started. 4-to-1.
But what's the point of having a counter?
But
Why
nobody
do we
wants
need
to help
see
that because nobody's making money off of it.
But
There's
And
money being made.
The
off
crazy part is, it don't matter if you have a heart attack and die. If they test you and you're positive for COVID, you didn't die of the heart attack.
Yeah.
You died of
Well, that's
COVID.
what your old boss just told us in San Francisco. He's like, he was going to die, but they're saying
his
since
dad
he had
just
COVID,
his
it's a
dad
COVID
just passed
death.
away, and he was really really sick. But when he passed away,
He tested positive.
tested positive. So
A
that's
friend
what
of
they said.
mine's mom, a friend of my mom's, she was taking her sister in for
Cancer treatments, chemo.
chemo, and she passed away, but she tested positive for COVID. So the cancer was apparently cured, and then all of a sudden, COVID was the only thing that killed her.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we literally watched the lady from the CDC announce that in one of her briefings that anybody who tests positive for COVID will be labeled a COVID death.
Yeah, if you was in
If you're in a car
wreck,
accident, she used the car accident as a thing. If you were in a car accident and you tested positive for COVID, even though you died from probably the internal injuries or from the accident in itself, you will be categorized as a COVID death because you tested positive for COVID.
gosh.
And that's just how it's being done.
But there's some motive behind that.
Right, and we may never know.
We might not ever. I think there's a lot of things we don't know in history that's happened, and it's been by design. But
Well, and thinking about that, I mean, like, you know, it's written, our American history is written by Americans. And I mean, I know that this is a world pandemic, and I'm not saying taken away from that because there's been lots of deaths that are from COVID. But when you have, we actually, when we were in Bermuda, got to hear the history of the Revolutionary War from their aspect when we went on a tour out into the Bermuda Triangle, because they were like the middleman between Great Britain in the United States.
They were the true pirates, and they
Yeah.
didn't even have ships.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
They were
stored-
sinking ships and saving people as they was robbing the shit off their ships.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
And they stored
Wow.
a lot of gunpowder there.
So George Washington went there and negotiated with them.
And it was very interesting to hear how they portray the Revolutionary War. So basically, the people from Bermuda told us that we're all just a bunch of cry tits.
A bunch of what?
Cry tits.
Oh. Well, what I want to know is, I think that it's Snapchat's fault. Because there were those mask filters on Snapchat well before the Rona ever hit. Now, why? Why? They knew before we knew.
Snapchat's
Because that's not like
Snapchat's involved with the Illuminati.
Yeah,
Is
I
that
mean,
what you're saying?
So where do you think the Simpsons fall?
The Simpsons predicted a lot of stuff,
They did.
right?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it, but I've
they
seen it.
predict
In
it?
I've seen
memes
clips
and
of it
videos.
on social media. I'm throwing up the quote signs.
Yep.
Social media.
Hardcore with the quotes.
But yeah, they predicted Trump being president, and then they talked about wearing masks, and they're all in masks. The old guy with the bald head, it was Bart Simpson's dad's boss.
Yeah. Homer
And-
Simpson's boss.
Yeah, Homer Simpson's boss, and they're wearing the masks and stuff. If they need to come out with some more
I know.
Bart Simpson shows
what's
so we can
gonna
figure
happen.
out what the fuck's going
Yeah,
on.
no doubt.
I never really watched it when it was out
I
to
didn't
begin
either.
with. I thought it was so stupid.
I
didn't
watched
either,
it the
but
first couple seasons, but then
I thought it was stupid. But in
It got
7th grade,
political.
I made a clay figure of Bart Simpson, and it actually was really good. The hair was spot on. I wonder where that thing is.
Can you believe how long that show's been on?
I know.
Isn't it the
Crazy.
longest running show ever? I think.
don't know.
No,
I think it was.
I think
Or
it
it
is.
is.
I think it
It
is.
is.
I mean, 7th grade.
The longest running show ever, you think?
I think
Longest
it was.
running-
I think it had more seasons than
Like,
any other
the
show
Price
on
is
the
Right
way.
has been on longer than that.
Well,
No, that's not
Saves
the
Days
same
of Our
thing.
Lives.
I don't mean the category for whatever category it's in. It's like the longest running.
She's
show.
going
I
to
don't
Google
think-
it.
I'm Googling.
I don't think it's in the same category as a game show. I'd say maybe is it
Longest running
considered
cartoon?
sitcom or cartoon?
Sitcom? I don't know. What category is that in?
I don't know.
I don't know. All I know is that.
I don't know, but I know
It is The Simpsons. I said, what is the longest running show ever? The Simpsons is the longest scripted series in
There you
TV
go.
history with 654 episodes and counting. But it had some tough competition to make it to the top, whatever. What are some other long running shows?
Shameless just hit, what, 11th season? 10? Yeah, 11th season.
Gunsmoke, Lassie, Law and Order SVU, The Adventures of Ozzie and Harriet, Bonanza. They still play Bonanza at the doctor's office waiting room, the one that I used to go to. My
That's
Three
what my
Sons.
dad
These are all
watched all
old.
the time.
NCIS, Dallas. Remember Dallas?
Mm-hmm.
I thought I
Who
was.
shot JR?
I know. I thought I
Kristin
was
did.
like so risque when I
Kristen
was
did.
Yeah.
when I was sneaky and watching Dallas.
No, she made JR shoot.
Oh,
No, that's so not true.
that's funny. So The Simpsons is
Look at you with your
I'm in
random. We need to
trouble.
play trivia.
I
Like
know.
we'd be really good at it.
he
No.
would be because I would be horrible at it. Y'all would be good.
You think you would be?
Because y'all are smart and you know stupid stuff.
I'm smart.
Yeah, you're smart.
I
You were
dropped out of
just-
college.
You were just rattling
I'm
off
a
all this
fucking
stuff
welder.
about chemicals, and I'm like, I've never even heard of that chemical.
Yeah,
You're
you
smart.
You are smart, and
No,
he knows
yeah,
random weird
graduating
shit.
school doesn't
But
make
we
you smart.
we went to.
I dropped out of engineering college to be a welder.
Well, but
That's
I mean,
not very fucking smart.
well.
Well, how old were you?
I'm 46.
No, but when you made that decision.
Young and dumb.
Well, I was a welder. I become a state certified welder at 20, and I went to college at
30 something.
it was 16 years after I graduated. So I graduated when I was 18.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well,
I
you're
thought-
very smart.
I don't know.
We're all smart in our own ways.
We are. That's why we make a good trivia team.
Yeah.
Because we went to
We
a cabin.
definitely wouldn't come in
And
last.
then went into a bar and at the cabin, and they were playing trivia, and we randomly were playing. We ended up being partners with this other couple that we just met, and we were on a team. and we were kicking ass. I mean, some of the crap that was
Yeah,
on
I
there.
didn't know any of the shit about some of those Beatles songs and all that shit.
I knew it. I was killing it.
Yes.
So
Slaying
it's multiple choice, right?
No,
Oh, well,
no, it wasn't multiple choice.
damn it.
They would just read and you had to write down an answer.
Oh, that's hard.
That
mean,
that
well,
is
there was
fun
a
though.
couple of
Do you have to
multiple
turn your
choice
phones in?
questions,
Of course you do. Or you have to
Oh,
do
yeah.
No,
something.
Use
you
your
wasn't.
phone.
You wasn't supposed to be caught using your phone.
Oh, you got your new phone, Jeff? Did you get a new phone?
Yeah.
Because remember last time we were
Oh,
doing
you got-
I got mine too.
You did? Oh, I love that case.
Thank you. It's a Kate Spade.
Do you like those phones? Which
That's
ones are
the
those?
that's the person who
It's the Pro Max, the 12 Pro Max.
Pro
It's
Max.
the new one. Look at the square edges. They went back to
Do you like it?
Yeah, it's like
They
the
went back to like the 7, right?
5.
Or something, or
Yeah.
5.
The
It's
5.
like, hey,
They
we're going
put
to
the-
give you the iPhone 5 and say it's new.
see it's
They got
the
3
square
cameras.
Make it
edges.
bigger with 3 cameras. Yes.
Yeah.
Look at that. I have 3 cameras on mine, but mine's the
See, in the 5,
That's a
the
cool
aluminum
color. I
edges
like
around
that.
it was part of the antenna, so you could get better cell reception.
See that
Oh.
side? See the sides on that?
I see. I just saw Kristen's.
Isn't that sexy?
I do. It is sexy.
God, it's sexy. I'm so mad that I got my phone like a couple months before.
You should have waited.
It's hard to wait. See, it's all.
Y'all need pop sockets. I love my pop socket.
I had one, and not on this phone, but on my other one, and I loved it. And then I was carrying it by the pop socket, and
really-
it fell, and it scared me to death because I thought that I had shattered
Yeah.
my
My
phone. I
pop socket
didn't,
keeps
but
coming
it
off.
scared me.
This is awesome talk. I don't know. If
I know. I don't know.
Did
We
we
got sidetracked.
forget that we're on a podcast?
I think we did.
Is
I
that
think
right?
I don't do pop sockets.
Are you saying is it?
No, I'm just
is
saying
it
I
too
don't do
gay?
them. No, I didn't say that. I just said I don't do them.
Are you sensitive about that, Jeff?
No, I love, dude. I'm totally
Dude.
secure in my pop socket.
Dude.
The guy in my office said it was.
However,
said-
at work,
Hey, look.
I did
once
make
you
a
go-
stand to where I
once-
could set my phone in
once,
it,
once you go to the pop socket,
so I can watch it when I'm
Yes,
not doing nothing.
very smart.
Because I'm a mechanic. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Oh, okay. So you made your own.
Yeah.
I like it.
So if I'm not doing nothing at work, if ain't nothing broke,
Don't
I
fix
watch
it.
my phone.
Just don't fall asleep, or we might get
yeah,
injured
but
again.
see, you got
might
this
wake
with the
up
pop
with a couple
socket
plates
right
in your
there.
neck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I see
how
how it
about
works out that way.
That's what I told the guy at work that said that's so gay. I was like, whatever, man. I can prop it up like this and I can watch hardcore porn with big, huge dongs just going at.
Oh my.
Oh my
And then I
god!
was like, wait a minute.
Speaking of porn with big, huge
You was
dogs,
the
Maybe
guy
I am
from-
gay. No, I'm kidding.
What was his name from the Tiger King?
Tiger King?
Yeah.
Yeah, did you ever watch
Oh,
that
yeah,
series?
yeah.
Okay, you
Oh,
know,
yeah,
like
we watched it.
he married men that weren't even gay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
But
his
then they-
his pickup line to the youngest guy was, "Do you like watching girls get banged by the little cocks or the big cocks?" And he said, he answered him, and he said, "You might not be as straight as you think you are."
That's right. Maybe, Jeff, you aren't as straight as you think you are.
No, I am.
Joe, what was his name?
Joe is
Joe Exotic.
Joe Exotic. Told that
He
to
was a
the,
slick guy.
his youngest husband.
Carol Baskin.
The youngest guy, the drug
Carol
addict,
Baskin
right?
was
The
from
guy that was
Sissonsville.
She was? I didn't know that.
No, she lived in West Virginia.
She's from Sissonsville.
I didn't know.
the youngest one
Sissons
was a
or Sissonville?
Sissy.
All right, say it however. I'm drunk.
Sissonsville will be fine.
Sissonville.
That's where she was
Esville.
from.
Esville.
What were you saying?
I don't know. Something about that. The youngest one was like a drug addict, and he bought him a lot of drugs too. Because he didn't he
Oh,
say
yes.
I thought
he
the
didn't
older
care about doing what everyone would do because he would buy him everything and buy him drugs.
It was really sad. And then
Both
when he
of
killed
them
himself,
said
I was
that.
like,
Yeah.
But
really
I was
upset.
thinking the older one had the meth mouth.
He did.
He did.
And
Bad.
then
Yeah.
the youngest one was the one that killed himself.
That's right.
It was so
That's
sad.
so sad.
And that's the one he asked, "Do you like watching, when you're watching porn, do you like watching the girls get banged by the little cocks or the big cocks?" And he said, "The big cocks." And he said, "Well, you might not be as straight as you
I
think
missed
you
that. I missed that one. That's
Man,
so
that
funny.
Joe Exotic.
I wasn't
He's
gonna.
smart when matched up with a meth head.
Yeah, and how he is in jail and Carol Baskin isn't.
I know, right?
Her,
never know.
did y'all just see she was in the news here recently?
Huh.
One of the taggers attacked her helpers and almost ripped her helper's arm off.
Oh
I don't know if it
gosh.
was he or she, but same thing that happened to Joe Exotic, where the girl amputated her arm so she could hurry up and come back to work. That just happened to Carol Baskin's worker.
Oh, that's scary.
In the last 2 weeks.
But was it one of her taggers? Because didn't she get Joe's once
She
he went
got
to jail?
Joe's, but
Maybe it was the same tagger.
Ooh.
Just hungry for an arm.
Who gives a shit? She was just trying to get his taggers.
Yeah.
They're crazy.
I wasn't gonna watch that series because I thought it was so stupid.
She fought it for a long time.
I did fight it for a long time.
She did.
I was like, do you want to watch this? Like, everybody's talking about it. I don't
Right.
even know what it's going to be about, but let's watch it. And then we were like, what the hell did we just watch after the first episode?
Yeah.
That's how
And
we were.
like, well, let's see if it gets better in the second.
Yes,
and then
that's
we were
exact-
like, really like, God, this is weird.
Didn't it take like 3 or 4 episodes?
Yeah, I think it
before
did.
Oh, yeah.
Before we were hooked, we were like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay, we're gonna try because everybody
Everybody's like,
says
oh,
it's
after
so
the first
great.
one, it's so good. It's so good. And I was like, I wasn't getting it. And I thought we were just,
No, I thought the same thing. I was like, I don't.
I was like, this is so
Yeah.
slow. It's so not good. But then by the end, I was like,
Yeah.
it's not that it was good. It's just a train wreck. You could
You
not
couldn't
quit watching.
You couldn't stop watching. That was the thing. Yeah. We just started watching, which we're way off the train on this. But we just started watching Southern Comfort. Okay.
I've drank a lot.
That's a drink.
I've puked
Southern
on it a
Charm.
few
Southern
times.
Charm. Southern
We
Comfort.
haven't seen that.
Well, we just started watching it. It's what, 7 seasons in already, something like that.
It's on its 8th season. It just started, and Amy said that it's her
Bless you.
favorite show.
Coronavirus.
But this season, they're pretty much done with it because it was great. The first 7 seasons are amazing. There's nobody left but Shep.
How is that possible?
That's it.
Shep. From the Three Stooges?
This season
Yeah.
He's
is
still
just
alive?
Shep.
Wow.
I want to see the series Yellowstone because everybody says it's just
That's what I
phenomenal.
want to see. I just saw like the
With
guy.
Kevin Costner.
Guy I work with today, he showed me a scene from that, and I was like, "This is badass." It's like, what was this show on FX? I loved it.
I don't know.
Sons of Anarchy. He said it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
it's like the
I love Sons of Anarchy.
Western
I wasn't a
Sons of
fan of
Anarchy or
that.
something. Like,
I always fell asleep.
We got accused of being Sons of Anarchy one day.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
it's
We pulled
such
up
a
to a
good
gas
show.
station in a certain area, and there was 3 of us on the bikes.
I thought there was 5.
Anyway, we pulled up, gassed up, fired our bikes up, went to leave, and one girl was on the phone. As she was walking down the sidewalk in Charleston, and she says, "Hold on, the Sons of Anarchy is leaving." As we're firing up our bikes, so there might have been 1 or 2
actually
started up.
Really hilarious.
That is so funny.
And she was legit mad.
I do have a Harley.
You have a Harley?
Is that a thing
Yeah.
that motorcycle riders have to do when you leave? Is rev it up? I just am asking because I'm not a motorcycle girl.
I know
Well, if
it
you
always
rode-
it always
No,
gets me
but
super
if
wet.
you are riding on the back of the Harley, it's awesome for them to rev it up.
Yeah,
It's like
you
a
got it.
600-pound vibrator.
Yeah.
I guess.
Okay. Yeah. I'm just curious because I've never been on a well, I've been on a motorcycle once and I fell off. That's why I'll never get on again. And it was
Oh.
just sitting in the driveway.
Oh,
And I'm scarred about that.
Oh, you had your own moped when you were a kid.
I got on a skateboard one time and
I did.
fell off, and I'll never be back on one
Yeah,
again.
I mean it's like that. It's like
Yeah,
that.
but I skate like a motherfucker. I was never a jock. I was just a skater punk.
I was a
Skater.
skater
Jeff
till
was a
high
skater
school.
for a while.
I loved it. I wish I would have
He's a
just.
skater boy.
Yeah, I was the skater boy. That's why.
Let's start skating again. Let's just quit
Hey,
our
dude.
jobs and
You
start
guys,
skating.
Jeff,
Do
you
it.
know you're in your 40s and that you're not as agile.
We'll
Yeah.
get it
Hey,
back
will
in
break
no
so
time.
we
many bones.
need to buy a store in the mall and change it from S&E for all you locals who know what S&E is.
S&E
We'll
was
just change
man.
it
I hung out there all
to
the time.
J&J Skate.
That's right.
Oh, yeah, that's an awesome idea.
That's right. Maybe not the mall. I think the mall's dead.
Kristen's supportive, and I'm over here laughing my butt off. Kristen think we're so good. I'm like, ha ha ha.
The dude I kissed.
Wait.
That's how I knew him from back in the Canal Mall when S&E was in the Canal Mall. Sorry, Mike Valelia or Mike Medley. I just threw your name out there.
Listen, we were at dinner. So I have to tell a story because everybody's going to be like, wait, that Jeff guy kissed the guy. We were at dinner, the four of us. Jeff and I and Kristin and Jeff. And let's see, what happened? Kristin had to go to the bathroom. And Jeff, you did too or something?
Yes.
I don't know. You both were
they went to the bathroom together.
Yeah, so
I hope in different
Jeff went
manners.
first.
yes.
Jeff went first, and I was sitting there, and Jeff says to me, oh my God, is that Mike? And there's a guy that looks just like Mike with a mask on standing there. And I was like, I think it is. I'm pretty sure
Right.
it is. And so Jeff said, well, hold on, we'll figure this out. So Jeff sends a text message to Mike, and it says, look up. The guy has his cell phone out. He literally looks at his phone and then looks up in the air.
Yeah,
and
it's
Jeff,
true.
And Jeff is like, that's him. So he beelines it over to him and gives him a big old kiss on the cheek.
Right at the beginning of the pandemic, he's wearing a mask, so I really couldn't tell.
Right.
That's the reason I couldn't tell it was
And then
Mike or not.
Jeff comes back to the table and he sits down in the
And Kristin goes to the bathroom. Jeff's in the bathroom.
And he looks at me and he goes, I don't think that was him. as calm as can be. He wasn't panicked at all. He was just like, I don't think that was him.
What made it worse is like Jeff beelined it and I got up and decided I'd go pee too. So I'm headed to the bathroom and Jeff kisses him and then there's this awkward silence and he's looking at me and I realized, oh my God, that's not him.
Oh, and then his boyfriend, he was with his boyfriend.
Yeah.
Did he get mad?
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
he got mad.
Oh,
He
that's
stared at
right.
us.
His boyfriend
He stared at us the whole time we was
Because
there at dinner.
they sat him 2 tables away from us.
His boyfriend was so pissed.
He was like, who is that? And Jeff had already walked off and I just went, I gotta pee. And I just go to the bathroom and as I say that, Jeff goes, it's nice to see you again. Which made it so much worse because it made it seem like
Yes.
he did know who Jeff was and he didn't have a clue.
That
you
is
know his
So,
boyfriend's
dude,
like,
if it
you're
was
banging
you-
a straight guy.
Listen, if that
You're
was
banging
you
a
and you hear
straight
this
guy.
podcast, we are so sorry for the argument it caused.
At Pies and Pints way back in the summer.
Gosh, that was fun.
Oh my gosh, it was hilarious.
That's the
And
best.
then somebody tried to wash their hands in the trash.
I actually got a
can.
few followers because y'all would go, yeah.
It was me.
I actually got a few followers from y'all talking about that on TikTok.
Oh, that's
Did you?
funny.
Yeah.
I didn't tell you that in the bathroom today. I got someone that told me they're like, I like the fact of the day.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Which bathroom?
At any time. Or Planet Fitness.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Who was it?
Some guy.
You don't know him?
He said, I didn't recognize you with your mask on.
I wonder who it was.
I don't know. I was like, that's right.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, see, them fucking masks, you might end up kissing the wrong dude.
I know.
Even if you're straight.
Don't kiss dudes.
You
a
don't
lover.
come from the group of people we hung out with.
No, you can kiss me anytime.
Oh, that was the funniest thing.
I mean, it was a really long hug that you two gave each other tonight at dinner, so.
Yeah. It really was.
It was special.
You
I always
embraced
smacked
one
Angie on the
another.
butt real quick and then I held back real quick, real long.
He wouldn't let go of it.
Yeah.
Oh, my
He
gosh.
gave me he cupped it.
And then
That's
the
too
poor
funny.
waitress thought we didn't know you.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, we come into dinner tonight and we hugged. We all hugged, and then we sat down and they told the waitress, "We don't know these people." For a second, she was like, "But you seemed like no, we're just really nice that way."
I was like, can you just bring me a beer?
Sorry, our bad.
Oh, that's too funny.
She was very fun.
Yeah, at
She
least
was
she
a
was
good
a good
waitress.
Yeah, at least she was.
We
a
were
good
like
friend.
really anticipating the traffic, like on social media today.
Yeah.
Everybody was talking about how horrible the traffic was up this way, and so I
Yeah.
was like, "Well, we'll leave because of traffic, and there is some construction,
Yeah.
and we might have to wait to get a table because the tables
Friday
are
night,
spread
yeah.
out apart, and it's Friday night, and we'll just see." But we came in, sat right down. And
Which you never know. The traffic was a little bit bad earlier.
I got to see JT in passing. That was a good thing.
JT, Justin Timberlake's here.
yes,
No, not Justin Timberlake.
JT.
The one we was talking about with the beard.
Oh, I was
Wrecked his
like,
motorcycle.
oh yeah. Where did you run into him again tonight? At
He
Roca?
was, yeah, he
At
was
Roca.
pulling out of Roca's when we were pulling in.
Ah, sorry, I gotta take my birth control pill. That's what's reminding me to do.
Good idea.
good idea.
Did he get rid of his bike?
He totaled it.
Total it.
But I mean, is he somebody that'll ride again or
No.
no?
No, but he's dead set on. He's planning next week on doing a one-legged deadlift.
That's awesome.
So he's more into bodybuilding than he was motorcycles. Now me, I would be the one who ended up an amputee and said, I'm going to ride.
Right.
Or the people, there's so many people I follow on TikTok now that are paralyzed from motorcycle wrecks that they build special bikes for them to ride.
Oh wow.
Just so you know, FYI, if you ever paralyze yourself, you will not be doing that, and I will get to look at your butthole a lot.
Yeah, you won't be able to do anything about it, really.
Well, I mean,
and
really, you're going to stop me from doing? What's the worst that can happen? I can end up paralyzed again.
No, you probably die.
No, because then
Listen,
they build
Jeff,
a roll cage around
or
them.
not.
And then,
Oh, well, then you're good. Let him go. If it's got a roll cage, it's like
I'll
a
show you
car.
pictures.
Listen, I know.
See,
3
this is what
people
they do for
personally.
people who are paralyzed. They build a roll cage around them after they're paralyzed.
Let me see.
It's pink. It's hideous.
Oh my
Why
gosh,
would
what's
they
wrong with pink?
humiliate
See,
him?
Well, maybe they wanted pink.
That's nice. How do they?
he might have been fighting
Oh.
or worried about his mom's breast cancer.
Oh, that's awesome.
And now that you say that, it's
Wow,
beautiful.
look at you.
It doesn't make it any better
awesome.
looking because it's for breast cancer.
You're insensitive.
I'm not insensitive.
Yeah, you
I
are.
love breast cancer. I don't love breast cancer.
She did not.
No, I love breast cancer awareness. And I
Yes.
love to save
On
the
this
titties.
bike, I want to throw out a shout out to Michael Mays 727.
Great job, Michael
On
Mays.
TikTok?
Yes,
727.
he's paralyzed and he can ride a wheelie further than I can,
That's
Really?
amazing.
and I
Yeah.
can walk.
It's amazing. It is amazing.
He's paralyzed.
And in all
Yeah,
honesty,
so
From
there's
the waist down?
listen.
Yeah.
In all
So his
honesty,
arms work.
Well, I don't know if it's a waist down or chest down.
I think it's chest
But
they
his
strap
arms
him
work.
down. Yeah,
Yes.
but his arms work. So you
I
can
was
be
gonna say.
paralyzed from the chest down and your arms.
So
still-
he's good with the revving
Yeah.
part. It's just he can't use a foot brake.
right.
So he's got the hand brakes. He can do a wheelie. I would think that'd be really hard if you're paralyzed.
Dude,
'cause
look
don't
up
you have to
nitros.
feel with your weight, like your
Look up Nitro Circus. This one dude tries a double backflip, or maybe it's a double front flip. He ends up paralyzed, and then after they build him the bike, he rehabilitates himself as much as he can. He comes out and does the trick that paralyzed him. He does it paralyzed and pulls it off.
Oh, wow.
really. That's
Yes.
huge.
inspirational.
That is.
Just like your buddy that had his accident. Just watching him go through the struggle, and then he had to be in the hospital because of the pandemic, no visitors, all by himself, going through all that, those surgeries, because he had multiple surgeries.
He had a lot of skin grafts, which I've had. They was going to amputate my leg from the knee down. They ended up, he got lucky and got it from half the shin down. So,
Ouch.
Wow.
He's really an inspiration. He's such a good guy, very kind, and
yeah, he's got a very gentle heart.
he's just very
Props,
kind.
JT.
Yeah.
He's just very kind.
That's
Well, Mike and
amazing.
Dave-
I think his
Dad
story, if he gets enough followers, will really inspire other people. He's one of those people that people could be moved. If the Ellen Show ever listens to it, they should invite him on there.
But yeah, they should.
I heard Ellen's mean,
I
nasty,
saw
hateful.
that.
I saw that.
Really?
Treats
Oh,
the
yeah.
people like shit. Like
The people
she's
that
the
work for
worst.
her?
She's
Oh,
like
I
the
didn't know
most stuck up, hateful person from
They're
what
not
they
allowed
say.
to talk to her and stuff, and like she's super mean to
I
her.
thought she was really rude before she came out of the closet, and then after she came out of the closet, she was really rude. I have no problem with people being in the closet. Gays.
Listen, you're in the
Don't
closet
matter.
right now.
Right.
No, we're not. Y'all moved it out of
I
there.
know we moved it out into the room.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to
Sure.
ruin the podcast.
That's
We're no
okay.
longer in the
We're not-
closet.
we're
We're not
longer.
gonna air this one now.
Here goes an edit.
Yeah, it'll disappear into thin air like the one we started earlier.
Craziness. No, I mean, I did see that. I saw multiple interviews with some of her employees that no
Well, that
longer
makes me sad.
work there, and they were like, it was horrible.
She seems like she'd be so nice.
Or fun. Like,
Yeah,
how
you
fun
would
it
think she would be fun to be
Yeah.
around. Like
Yeah.
me, especially after I've been drinking.
Yeah.
Am I not fun to be
You're
around?
fun to
of
be around.
course.
You're always even when you don't drink, you're fun to be around.
I mean, I envisioned her as being someone that's always super outgoing and
Right.
crazy and just fun, like scaring her people and just
Yeah.
like being fun like she is on her show. But I guess
It's the opposite.
It's
from
the
what They
opposite.
say. I don't know for fact, but
I
from,
don't either. I'm
From
just-
what I've heard
From what I've seen people testify to.
Gosh, that says
on
she's
social media.
Yeah, I'm gonna go fix this one in a minute. Yeah. It's the complete opposite. Like she's on when she's on, when she's off.
Right.
She's not friendly with anybody.
Ew. That's no fun.
But Ellen, if you're listening,
oh yes, Ellen, if you are,
you might be able to come into the closet and explain yourself.
Yeah,
she's already been in there, but.
Well, you can come back into the closet, and then you can get cleansed, and you can go back out of the closet if you choose to.
It's a different type of closet. This is just a mess.
I'm flustered. I don't know what to say at this point.
Nobody in 2020 should be in the closet.
No.
Now's the time.
Except for us.
Now's the time.
Listen, it's 2020. Come on out.
2020 is so fucked up.
I agree. I think we should just leave it at that.
Just leave it at that.
I think we should just leave it at that. 2020 is just so fucked up.
You know what? I'll tell you a story when you're thinking about like funny people. So when I was pregnant with Britton, I lived in Minnesota, and I had Brooklyn in the car, and I had pulled into a gas station. And you know how you put your blinker on because you're waiting for someone to move from the gas pump so that you can pull in? Mm-hmm. Well, Bill Murray's brother owned the baseball team.
God, Bill Murray's awesome.
In Minnesota, okay? So as I'm waiting, this old lady, I didn't know which way she was going to go, so I have the blinker on, and this red sports car convertible just whips in there and takes it. Makes me think of fried green tomatoes. I just wanted to run over top of that car. And I was pregnant and cranky, so I began to yell, and he was like, I'm not listening. I didn't realize it's Bill Murray at the time. I get out of my car, and like right by the door of my car, because I would never leave like the baby in there, like Brooklyn was in there. Right. So, but I wanted him to like, and I'm like, I'm pregnant. I have to pee. I need the gas pump. Yeah. Like I'm like going off, and he runs over, jumps down on his knees, and is like kissing my belly, and he's like, I'm sorry, I love you and the baby, and I'm gonna make it up to you. And I was like so blown away because it's Bill Murray.
Yeah.
And I freaking love him. You know, and I'm like,
he's the coolest guy, but
he was hilarious. He was there to throw out the first pitch for his brother's baseball team that day. Mm-hmm. Had no clue. Bill Murray, if you're listening, it was me. Yeah. Totally love to tell the story. But I mean, like, I didn't realize just how bad like some of his scarring is on his face. Yeah. Because they do a lot of makeup and stuff. But he totally funny. Went inside, prepaid for my gas, filled my tank up, and gave me $50.
What?
Yes.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Yes, it was totally awesome.
I love stories
that is
like
freaking
that.
amazing.
Yeah.
So see, some people are nice.
Well, that's what you see. I mean, about him. That's what I can't remember who told the story about him in New York City, but I don't know if it's Jimmy Fallon or somebody, but they said that he caught a cab, and he's talking to the cab driver, and he's talking about what he loved, and he's like, I played the saxophone, but I never get to. He's like, I got to work all the time, so I don't get to do it. And he goes, well, you're going to play the saxophone. You're going to play the saxophone tonight. And he said he drove him around New York City in his own cab for hours playing the saxophone with the windows down.
Aww.
And the guy was in the backseat just playing a saxophone.
That's awesome.
They'd stop at lights.
Cool. I could totally believe that because he was really fun. He caused a huge scene, and at first I was like, who is this crazy man?
That sounds like carpool karaoke.
Yeah.
I love that show, by the way.
I do too. I
love it.
So good.
He is hilarious.
I gotta take my birth control pills.
You and your damn birth control. I'm fixed, by the way.
I know.
You want to explain that?
Do you want to?
No,
explain
let's
that?
not talk about this.
Seriously.
You know what I didn't know?
What?
I didn't know that when you do have your prostate removed, you don't shoot jizz anymore.
That's no fun.
That there's no liquid that comes out
Well,
when you come.
Why do you think they call it milking a prostate?
I know. It doesn't come from your balls. It comes from your prostate. I get it.
Do they have a
I'm glad the microphone couldn't see that.
I'm excited.
Jeff, I'm starting to worry about you.
You're just now.
No, I'm not just now. I've always been worried.
I shoot blanks.
Well, I shoot blanks. I've been fixed.
Right.
But I mean, shoot nothing. Just.
That's not fun.
No, I mean.
But the feeling is still there.
This feeling is exactly the same, they say.
Right.
For them, I'm talking about me. I don't care about them.
Right. It's all about me.
I feel for you.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
Well,
I'm
I still have
kind
a
of on
prostate.
Angie's side this
Your
time.
prostate. What's a prostate? Kristin, could you tell us what a prostate is?
Well,
Prostate.
that's what happens.
When you try to say
Prostate?
prostate.
It's my prostate. Jeff's got me flustered with his finger motions.
We're pegging. And that's a motorcycle club. Oh, that's pagans.
Oh, shit. You are too much for me.
Oh, jeez.
This
Gosh.
takes me back to the whole colonoscopy thing.
Yeah, we totally missed that story. Oh, Lord.
He's going to find it. He's going to find it and be able to splice all
I
of this
don't know if I'm
together.
going to be able to find it. I think I lost it.
I think I was fisted once.
I'm going to get a refill.
On that note, let's just go. We're gonna,
Yes,
We're done.
yes.
we're done.
We're gonna go get a
Yes.
refill.
We're done. We're going to go get a refill. Everybody's prostate full.
Yes.
All right.
I'm prosthetical.
Oh my gosh.
That's all.